Alrighty guys, let me know if I am live, if you can hear me and see me. The reason I'm asking is because I've been having some glitches with Facebook today. Facebook has been down. So I want to make sure that you guys are able to get on Facebook, hear me and see me okay. Otherwise, we'll find out on the replay. And then if I have to redo the training, I'm more than happy to redo this for you guys. I want to make sure that you all are able to benefit from this. So let me know if we're good. Give me a thumbs up in the comments if it's coming through loud and clear, if Facebook is working now. And if you can hear me, please let me know that. Like I said, if you guys are having trouble, you know, I can always redo this training. I want to make sure this is beneficial and valuable for all of you guys joining me. Hey Adrian, hey Natalie, good to see you guys. So today we're going to be talking about marketing. All right, we talked about your niche. We did some training on niches last week, and this week a lot of questions about marketing and how to market yourself effectively. So when I say how to market yourself like a 6- and 7-figure coach, what I mean by that is how to market yourself like someone who has successfully pulled that off. Because there's a lot of coaches online, marketing online. There's a whole lot of coaches right now online, and many of them are doing so unsuccessfully. So if we just follow the trends and we just market ourselves like any coach out there, the issue that we run into is a lot of people don't understand marketing and they're doing it ineffectively. So I want to talk to you about some of the mistakes and some of the myths out there around marketing and really give you guys some things to work on in your own marketing that you can implement right away to get your marketing working for you. And when I say working for you, I mean attracting clients, attracting prospective clients who actually are looking to hire a coach, who have the problem you solve, right? So many people have not been taught this correctly, all right? And I really wanted to talk about marketing today, number one, because it's how I built my business, right? And it's how I teach my clients, at least, to make a lot of money in their businesses, right? It's one of the premises of the OCI program, at least the marketing piece, but it bleeds into even the way I teach selling too, okay? It's a very similar concept. Because a lot of people get confused when it comes to marketing. They're either taught the wrong things or they're seeing bad models of marketing out there, and it just gets really confusing even just knowing what to do when it comes to putting information out there, marketing your business. And so a lot of times we just don't even market because it's so confusing. All right. So I want to start with just the overall definition of marketing, how I view marketing. It's at least in terms of the coaching world. Let me know in the comments if this is interesting to you, if you guys want to talk about marketing, your business. Hey Alice, good to see you. Good to see you on here. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up or a heart if you guys want me to dive into this. I'm going to give you the definition of marketing. I actually looked up the American Marketing Association. I believe that's where I found this definition. Then I'm going to talk about what my definition of marketing is. So let me know if you guys want to hear that, and I will give it to you. So when I'm looking at the definition of marketing online, if you look at the American Marketing Association, they call marketing the activity and processes for creating, communicating, delivering, and exchanging offerings that have value for customers and clients. And I actually really like this definition, and I think it really does clearly demonstrate what we do as coaches. But a lot of coaches think that the way to do that is the complete opposite way of how you actually demonstrate that for your customers and clients. All right, so I'll read it one more time. Marketing is the activity and processes for creating, communicating, delivering, and exchanging offerings that have value for customers and clients. Okay, so another way to think about marketing is it's how you move someone, right? It's how you shift someone's perspective, someone's way of thinking from their current level of awareness, right? Their current state of thinking, their current understanding of their problem, into a better position for them to be aware and to understand and be ready to take the next step with you. And there's a variety of different vehicles and methods that you can utilize to take someone through that process, right? So marketing is that process, is taking someone from point A where they're at to point B. Is everybody with me so far? I'm going to try to make marketing fun and interesting and not make it like a boring college class that everyone falls asleep in. Marketing is actually really exciting when you're passionate about what you're marketing. How many of you are passionate about what you are marketing? How many of you are passionate about your coaching? Give me a yes in the comments if you feel passionate about your coaching, what you are marketing. I'm curious. Because if you think it's boring, if you think your offer is boring, if you think what you're marketing is boring, you're going to have a very hard time marketing it. So let me know. And if I don't see yeses, then I'm going to assume that maybe you guys don't know how to market it. Oh, good. I'm seeing lots of yeses. I just needed to scroll down. Good. Yes, you guys are passionate about your offer. That's what I assumed. That's what I would hope. Can talk about it all day. This is, I love that. All right, so what are really the things that are going to set those people apart, right? The people that are able to scale to 6 figures, multiple 6 figures, 7 figures, just with their coaching, just their coaching offer that they're passionate about. What's the difference? It is, number one, not going to be, what we're noticing is that in the market there is a change happening, right? In this world where coaching has become so big and people really understand the power of having a coach in their life, it's not about your education anymore. It's not about your certifications anymore. That's not what people are gravitating to, right? It's not about how much content can you post on social media, right? It's shifting. What the market is looking for is none of those things. We're going to talk about what they're looking for today, right? So I want you to understand that that strategy, the way things used to be like even 5 years ago, where it was just like show up and post, 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 post. That strategy is no longer enough to constitute marketing your business. And I talk to coaches daily who come in and they say they've been taught strategies or been told by influencers, just to be consistent. Like, be consistent. Just keep posting. Just keep showing up. How many of you have heard that expression before? Told by somebody. It doesn't have to be like a coach of yours. It can just be anywhere online you've heard that advice. Just be consistent. Just keep posting. Post consistently. Just keep showing up and the clients will come. So instead of just talking about post, 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 what we're going to talk about today is how to market like a 6 and 7 figure coach. Does that sound good to you? Let me know if you want to hear about that strategy. That is the question of the day. How to market like a 6 and 7 figure coach. All right. And the way that you get your clients is by marketing to them, bringing them to a higher level of readiness so that when you are extending an opportunity to work with you, right, their concerns, their objections are lowered, right? They have a evolved level of understanding of what you are offering, right? That's what is essentially happening when we talk about the definition of marketing. So I want to talk about the myths of marketing and mirror that with what actually needs to be happening to have really good, solid marketing. And this is the reason why I say 6- and 7-figure coaches, this is the differentiator. This is what moves the progress needle in their business. Okay, this is the first piece. So myth number 1 when it comes to marketing your business, if you think about the people that have really effective marketing in place online, is this myth that you need to grow a really big following online. You just need to have a ton of followers, maybe 100,000 followers on Instagram, right? Or you need to be some type of influencer. Maybe you need to have a big business page, or you just have a really big network. You need a ton of followers who are seeing your content, likes, views on social media, if you want to grow and actually have a 6- and 7-figure business. And that's false. That is so false. In fact, more coaches are out there making 6- and 7-figure the amount of coaches that I see come through who are making 6- and 7 figures in their business compared to the coaches who have grown a following online and spent years either blogging to grow their blog or growing their social media and spending years and time and so much energy growing that. The amount of income and the amount of 6- and 7-figure coaches that I've talked to who have a following compared to those who don't is almost nil. So don't be fooled thinking that the amount of following someone has equates to how much money they're making. If your objective with what you're doing is to market to get clients, right? Clients in the door, clients working with you so you can be a coach, which is what you're passionate about, and start producing income and coaching your clients to make a really big result transformation in their life, then growing a following is a complete waste of time. Please hear me on that. It's so much work and it's a waste of energy. You don't need to do any of that. Mistake number 2, and this is another point where coaches come in and they try to market online and they get really frustrated. It's talking to your market, talking to your clients whether you're going live just like I'm live right now and I'm talking to you, or it's in an email to your list, or if it's on a webinar, talking to your clients as this really evolved person, right? Talking to them like the client that you want to work with once they've done all of the healing and transformation and learned everything. And it's almost, we don't even realize we're doing it because we're on the other side of the transformation and we're so passionate about it. One of the biggest mistakes I see coaches make, and I hope you guys are taking notes right now. If you aren't, write this down. Write this mistake down so you can be cognizant of this in your marketing. It's talking to them using this high-level language. And it's almost, sometimes it's subconscious. Sometimes it says we talk in this evolved state to really impress or improve, prove to people that we're educated, that we know what we're talking about. How many of you have ever felt that way? I know I have. I've done this. Where I wanted people to know I was educated. I knew I had all of the knowledge to help people. So I would start talking to my market like I was talking to other registered dietitians. It happens all the time. And then my marketing just started looking like a bunch of articles. How many of you have ever felt that way, where you look back at what you're posting, you thought, wow, I put a lot of really good information in here. And then when you look back at it, you realize that you're speaking at this high level and your client isn't there yet. So it doesn't make any sense to them. And so not only do they not get value from it because it's too high level, you didn't even grab their attention at all. And now you've lost them. Right? And it's coming from talking to people from where you want them to be and not where they are. Such a huge, huge, huge difference. Does everybody see that? And this can be talking in terms of like complicated scientific information, that can be the high level, but it can also just be using evolved mindset terminology that your client doesn't relate to. If you help people on a spiritual level, if you help people with their mindset and they don't know what that means yet because they haven't done the work with you, that marketing is going to be lost on them. Even though I understand how valuable it is and you understand how valuable it is, if they don't understand it when they see your marketing, it's like speaking into the ether, right? So if you don't talk to them in your market at the stage in which they are, when you meet them, when you talk to them, which is what most coaches do in the beginning, they will not be able to see how much you're able to help them. They won't know how much they need you. Maybe they're not even ready for all of that information. Right? So if you're giving them a bunch of information, like, you know, here's the top supplements that I recommend, or here's 5 ways to XYZ today, and they're not ready for that, nobody responds. Nobody's raising their hand. Nobody's taking you up on your offer. And this happens so often to coaches where they're putting their offers out there and nobody's biting, and then they get frustrated, and then they decide that, well, marketing online just doesn't work. It's too saturated, it's too competitive, yada, 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 whatever we assign the reason to be. And the reason always comes back to there's just mistakes happening in the marketing. Okay? And the third mistake that I see coaches making is just believing that marketing is about self-promotion. So how you know that you're falling into this category of self-promotion, hey Alexa, how you know you're falling into this category of self-promotion is, you know, even just a little bit. Sometimes we get into this category. And you know you're in this category when you are posting a picture of your certification and saying how excited you are to take on clients now. Guys, I just got my certification. I'm a certified coach, and I'm so excited to be taking clients now. It's essentially saying, hi, I'm a coach. Anyone want to work with me? That's self-promotion. Nobody cares about that. That's not what they buy. And we think it makes us look like an authority. It's giving them the confidence that we are ready to be a coach and we can help people, and here's the proof. But that's not what your clients buy. So for those of you taking notes, that's mistake number 3. Believing that marketing is self-promotion. So maybe you just don't know what it would look like to talk to them where they're at. This is the biggest issue with coaches with marketing. They don't know what they are marketing. Like if I were to poll every one of you listening and ask you what you are marketing, so many of you wouldn't be able to immediately, clearly, and simply explain what they are marketing. And that's a huge problem. Right? That's the first piece of your business being successful and getting clients in the door. Hey, Angela, appreciate the hearts. So when you go out there and you try to market by posting online and posting on your website and getting publicity and getting referrals, because you don't have this piece in place, you don't have an offer, you don't have a way to know what you're marketing, you're not able to capture the publicity, the referrals, the leads when they're coming your way. And it's not going to bring you success. So maybe you sit down and you put together some marketing. Nobody's shown you how to create a marketing message that actually compels your ideal clients where they are at and how to know where they're at. If you don't know how to do this, you will struggle. You will feel frustrated. You will feel stuck. You will, like so many people, quit at this point. And it's not your fault. You've just never been shown how to market. Nobody's ever taught you how to do this correctly. Is this resonating with you guys? How many of you guys relate to that feeling? Whether you're marketing or whether you're just thinking about how to attack marketing, you just feel frustrated, overwhelmed, and stuck. Nobody's ever shown you how to do it. So I want to talk to you, and I want to be the person that shows you how to do it today. Let me know in the comments if that's something that is valuable to you. If that's something you want to hear, give me a yes in the comments. I'm seeing some thumbs up. Christina says, yep. Awesome. Let's talk about what marketing is so that when you are creating your marketing message and you're packaging all of that correctly, you're actually doing it in a way where you're starting with a solid understanding of like how to use marketing, how to move your prospects. Like we talked about at the beginning, the definition of marketing is moving them from one state of thinking and being to another state where they are the ones raising their hands ready to work with you. That's what marketing is, right? Having that higher level of readiness to say yes to you at your higher price points, with your signature offers. So I'm going to give you 3 things, all right? Those of you taking notes, I'm going to give you 3 things. Go into the comments and write number 1. 6- and 7-figure coaches understand 3 things about marketing. Number 1 thing they understand, and this is the most important, everything else builds off of number 1. Go into the comments and write 1 if you want me to continue giving you the goods. We talked about the mistakes, we talked about what to avoid, but now you need to know what to understand, how to do it correctly. So go into the comments and write 1 if that's something you want to hear. Rebecca says 1. Awesome. Adrian says heart emoji. Christina says 1. I love it. Awesome. Number 1, 6- and 7-figure coaches understand positioning. Everybody write down positioning in your notes. Positioning is something that isn't just given to you because you have education for years or you have training and experience. That's not what grants you positioning, right? You are not crowned with positioning because you have XYZ like education or letters after your name. Super important distinction. I want everybody to take note of this. I know this is what makes us feel confident as coaches, that we know what we're doing and we know how to help people, but it's not what your clients see. That's not where the positioning comes from. A lot of coaches assume that they need to have letters after their name or XYZ certification, which is great to have to actually know how to help people. But in terms of marketing, for the purposes of this conversation, positioning is what gives your ideal clients the view that you are the trusted expert, right? And when they see you as the trusted expert who can solve their problem, they give you money, they become a client, they sign up, your business grows. So that's how it works with positioning. It doesn't happen from just seeing your certifications. And I really want you to understand this because most of the internet today is completely flooded with coaches, even business coaches, who are trying to market themselves right now by growing a big following and trying to look really cool online. And it makes other coaches who are trying to get into the field feel insecure because you're looking at all these other coaches and they look really cool and they're growing a following. And they're essentially trying to market themselves by basically just saying, hire me because I have this beautiful website and I have this really nice brand and my colors look amazing and everything's curated. So hopefully I look like I know what I'm doing. Or hire me because I'm an influencer. Or hire me because I have letters after my name. I have these credentials. And at the end of the day, that is not the marketing that people care about. So if marketing is moving someone from one state of awareness to a state of awareness where that is like knowing that they need to take the next step with you, they have this pulling inside of them that they need to talk to you and your team, right? What is it that would make someone want to do that? What is it that would make someone feel so compelled to work with you or to find out more? Why would somebody feel that same pull with you if you don't have a big following online? You don't have a big online presence. I'm going to break down for you what good marketing, what separates coaches who are struggling to find clients, struggling to get people to buy their offers, and aren't bringing in revenue from the 6- and 7-figure coaches. Positioning is what they've figured out. They understand positioning. So I want to make sure everyone is writing that down. Number 1, they hire you because they want a certain outcome. They hire you because they want a certain outcome. This is the foundation of your positioning. None of that other stuff. Please hear me. So you want to be positioned as the outcome coach for the people that are looking to get help. They want the result you deliver. And when your marketing message is designed in a way that makes it crystal clear to them and easy for them to understand, they will hire you. If your client's health is in decline and their doctor is telling them, look, you're very likely to have a heart attack in the next 5 years if you don't turn this around, and your marketing and your messaging is clearly defined to demonstrate that you know how to solve that. If your client's marriage is on the verge of collapse and they need someone to save that marriage, and you are able to clearly demonstrate that you know how to solve that, the client is going to hire you right now to solve an immediate problem they have in their life. Positioning. If your marketing is focused on, I got certified here, I'm trained here, hire me because I wrote this amazing book, it's a bestseller, I'm using this really cool app now with my clients, you're gonna love it, yada, yada, yada. Your clients don't care about any of that. It has nothing to do with them. So if you're doing any of those things, you need to fix your positioning. Your clients don't care about how popular you are online, how curated your Instagram is, how professional your website looks, what fancy apps you're using now. They don't want any of that, right? So on a subconscious level, on an energetic level, your clients know that none of that says anything about your ability to solve their problem. Give me an amen in the comments if this is resonating with you. Ava has to go feed her kids. Okay, have fun making dinner. Let me know when you watch the replay. I'll look out for it. Is everybody with me so far? Talking about positioning, super important, you guys. They don't hire you for any of those things we've talked about today. They hire you because they want a certain outcome. And whoever can most clearly and most simply demonstrate that to the people that have an immediate problem in their life, like their health is in danger, their marriage, their relationships are suffering, they have an immediate problem in their life that they're looking for an immediate solution to. They're looking for help now. And whoever can demonstrate that the most clearly, the most succinctly, wins. They get the client. Your client isn't looking at, let me see your social media page. Let me see how many followers you have. Let me see how long you've been doing this. Do you have a bunch of testimonials? Do you have a bunch of letters after your name? They want a solution to the problem, and it's an easy decision for them when you're able to demonstrate that you can solve it for them. Number two, write this down. Don't talk about you, talk about them. Take a look at your marketing and see how much of it is talking about you and your expertise, and how much of it is talking about their experience, where they're at. So start there. Start honing your ability to explain the problem that your clients have using their words that they can understand, right? We talked about using the evolved language. That's one of the mistakes that coaches make, which starts to look like you're just reciting articles or you're using really evolved high-level language that your clients don't know yet because they haven't worked with you. Hone your ability to explain the problem with the words that they use so that they can understand, right? And go audit your marketing. How much of it is about them? Demonstrate, once you have explained the problem, demonstrate that you know how to solve it, that you know what that permanent solution looks like. Now you're making it simple, you're making it clear, you're making it easy for them to understand. You are the one to help them. Now you're talking about what they actually care about. Your clients don't care about certifications. They don't care about any of that other stuff we talked about today. And why is this amazing? Why is it amazing that they don't care about how popular you are online or whether you have an online presence at all? The amazing part about this, the reason this is the best news that you could ever hear about your marketing today is that once you understand this and you understand how to position yourself and market yourself as an expert who solves problems for their clients, it relieves you of this burden of needing to be a constant content creation hamster wheel. You don't need to worry about going viral on social media. You don't need to worry about mastering the social media algorithm. You don't need to worry about being popular or known or having this really big presence. You don't need to be more popular than all of the other coaches out there because none of that matters. That's why this is so powerful. That's why there's so many 6- and 7-figure coaches who don't have an online presence, who don't have any of those fancy things that a lot of these coaches think is important. All right. Number 3. Is this valuable for you guys today? I'm going to give you the third and final point, and then I'm going to recap what we talked about today with some little gold nuggets. But is this valuable? Is this interesting marketing or is this boring marketing? Well, let me know in the comments if this is interesting. Because if you're passionate about what it is that you're marketing and who it is you're marketing to, marketing should never be boring. All right, my friends. Number 3. And this is the most important of the points. We're talking about positioning and how to market yourself to actually reach clients. This is such an important point that I think is missed. And that is validate their experience. So if you're talking at them with all of the information and all of the teaching, and there is nothing out there that's actually validating what they're going through, like their experience right now, you're just spewing thoughts. And not even like educating them. Like you're just putting more information out there into an already like overly information dense market. Right? It's like nothing. More information is not what your clients need. If they want information, they can just go Google it. Right? I want you to think about the information you're putting out there. Is this something that someone could Google if they wanted a quick answer to? Right? If your client wants to know how to go on an elimination diet, would they know how to just go Google that? Yeah, they'd probably just go Google it themselves. So information in and of itself doesn't position you as an expert. It doesn't position you to your ideal clients as an expert. Adding more information doesn't constitute good marketing, right? So what I see coaches overlooking in their marketing is this point number 3, which is validating their experiences. Right? If marketing is moving someone from point A to point B, from their current level of awareness to this level of awareness where they know they need to get your help, that doesn't happen from just giving them more information that they could Google themselves. It happens by validating their experiences. They need to know that you understand what it's like to live with this problem they have. So what are the personal experiences? What are the personal experiences that your ideal client can relate to? Validate your ideal client. You literally want them saying, oh my gosh, you're reading my mind. You're talking about me. I struggle with that every day. You want that moment happening in their mind. You'll even get that feedback from them when you're doing it correctly. They will literally say that to you. So start thinking about how you can start creating those shifts in their perspective based on where your audience is at that point. Wherever they're coming to you at, whatever their current level of awareness is, how can you start validating their experience? And if you learn this skill set of how to market by validating their experience with your marketing, you will never struggle to get clients. I really hope you guys are taking notes today. I'm giving you the goods. This isn't fluff. This is what literally separates the people whose marketing falls on deaf ears and nobody buys their offers, and the coaches that are scaling to 6 figures, scaling to 7 figures. So use marketing that helps them understand what's really going on, why nothing they've tried has worked, and how to address the root of the problem. Don't give 5 tips to boost energy. It's bringing them from like, okay, I have this problem. I'm not really sure why. I'm not really sure if it's fixable. I'm not really even sure what I'm looking for, to, oh, okay, like, I've never tried that before. Oh, I never really understood that's why this isn't working. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, you know, this person that they're talking about over here, this person has had this problem before, and it's the exact same experience that I have. Oh, okay, now this is starting to make more and more sense. Oh, yeah, this sounds like the exact same thing I'm going through. You know, example, example, example. That is them, that is their life experience, that is their living in the problem. Okay, I need more information. That is taking someone through the process, right? That's what marketing does, right? That's my definition of taking someone through a marketing journey, right? And we've all been through it before. For those people that are in OCI right now, which is our signature program, that's the journey that they went on. It's like, oh, I don't know, you know, like I've tried this, I don't know what I'm doing, nothing's working, to wait, oh, wait, this person has the same problem, this person is, oh, she grew her business to $10,000 and she's doing the exact same thing I'm trying to do. Oh, wait, it didn't take her a year to do it. Oh, she figured out her messaging. Oh, she has a niche. Like, that's what I'm struggling with. It's taking people through that journey to where they're in one level of awareness to, oh, I need more information. I need to take the next step. How do I find out more? That's what good marketing does. It's not about you, it's about them. It's not about self-promotion. It's not about making yourself look cool online and having a big online presence or any of the things that we think it is, right? So for those of you joining today, just to recap what we talked about, for those of you taking notes, we talked about the mistakes and the myths about marketing for coaches, right? Mistake number one being like, in order to market like a successful 6- and 7-figure coach, you need to grow a big following online. And number two, we talked about, you know, talking to people like they're already evolved version of themselves, right? And I would even add to this point, right, using that high-level language as a way to impress or prove to people that you are educated and you know what you're talking about. And the mistake number three is just believing that marketing is about self-promotion, right? And 7-figure coaches, the reason why their business took off and their marketing was successful is they learned the art of positioning in their marketing. So when you have solid positioning and messaging, you understand that clients hire you because they want a certain outcome in their life. That's all they care about. That's all they're looking for. So don't talk about you, talk about them. And when you can validate their experience, instead of regurgitating information and tips that they could just Google themselves, now they know you're not someone who just has a lot of information. It moves you from that person to someone who understands their experience. And subconsciously, energetically, they start to understand you are able to help them. You're able to help them solve that problem. All right, my friends, is this making sense? Is this valuable for you today? Please let me know. I love hearing from you. I want you to understand when you see all of these successes and you see all the testimonials and things that are coming through, people who talk about OCI and their experience learning how to market their business and attract clients, it isn't a lot more complicated than that, right? But in order to get out of this place of like, nobody's buying my offer, my marketing's not landing with anyone, I don't have leads, I don't have an audience, I don't know where to put my marketing, you do need to have a different strategy than what you're using now. Right? you need to have a different strategy. So if you don't have your niche dialed in, if you don't have the positioning and messaging of that niche, what you're marketing to that person dialed in, if you don't have a way or a system to get it in front of the right person that's actually having the problem right now and looking for a solution for it right now, none of this matters, right? Do you have a system in place? Do you have a way to put this whole positioning that we talked about today? Do you have a way to put it in front of the right people? Has anybody ever shown you how to do that? And then once you have it in front of the right people, do you have a process to take them through, step by step, to get them taking the next step with you? Where you get to talk to them and find out if there's someone you can help. And if they are, make them an offer to help them. It really is that simple. And look, guys, you owe it to yourself. Those of you who are passionate about what you are marketing, passionate about being a coach, passionate about helping people who have an immediate problem in their life right now, you owe it to yourself to take the shortest path to success. You owe it to your clients to not sit around and try all these marketing strategies that we talked about today, like building a following and hustling and posting away online and trying to grow this big presence, trying to go viral, trying to have like millions of followers. Your clients need you now. So which path would you rather take? Would you rather help the clients that actually need help now, that are looking for you now, without all of the following, the certifications, the testimonials, the credentials, the branding, all the things that our ego tells us we need in order to look like an expert online? Would you rather help the clients that need you right now? And if you don't know how to do that, it's not your fault. Nobody's ever shown you. Right? So if you would like help with this, if you want to talk to someone about any of those pieces, right? Having a marketing message and package that's clear, putting it in front of the right people, having a system in place that's bringing them through to you, which is what good marketing does, in a systematic way, and then inviting them to talk to you and inviting them to become a client if there's someone that you can help. That's it. That's as simple as it gets. If you need help with any of that, I want to invite you to talk to my team, talk to one of my business specialists. They will help you dial in, laser focus where your business is at right now, what you need help with, what needs to shift for you, whether it's starting with your niche, whether it's starting with your marketing, whether you have that dialed in, you need a system in place to put it in front of the right people, right? Whatever it is. Don't stay in confusion and overwhelm and stuck if you don't have to. And my team would love to give you clarity on that. So if you'd like to talk to someone from my team who can help you laser in and give you some things you can start working on right away, go into the comments and just type market. Go into the comments and type market so they know you'd like to chat about your business. Get some help with either your marketing, your niche, your targeting, getting it in front of the right people, having a system in place to bring them to you consistently, like learning how to make offers, whatever it is that you need help with. We've heard it all. We've taken hundreds of people through this process, so we can get on a call with you in just a matter of minutes, give you some laser focused advice on any of those points, and help you feel a little bit less lost about how to get the progress needle moving. Whether that's just getting started, whether you've just started trying to market yourself, or whether you've been doing it for, a few months or a few years and nothing's moving, nothing's working. We will be able to identify and diagnose what's going on quickly and give you something to take away and go work on. All right? Wouldn't that be worth it to you? Like, if you knew how to do that, wouldn't that be worth a few minutes of your time to talk to an expert, someone that can actually help you figure out how to do that? Isn't your business worth it? Aren't you worth it? Aren't your clients worth it? Having crystal clarity on what you need to be doing. So if you need clarity, go into the comments and type market, and we will walk you through it for you. Whatever it is that you need help with, go into the comments and type market, and we will give you some laser-focused guidance on what your business needs to do in order to get things moving. All right, you guys, it's been so fun chatting with all of you. Fantastic time. I'm so glad we were able to get Facebook to work for us tonight. I hope you all enjoyed the training and got value out of it. Let me know in the comments. Leave me a heart emoji, say yes, say this was valuable, let me know. So I know that this was a training that you guys valued, and I'll give you some more trainings like this if this is something you want to hear more about. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.